computation to take the place of optics. And so with computation, you then have a lot more flexibility. So at the time that you're going to view the picture, you can actually change the vantage point, the viewpoint a little bit, and you can also change the focus.
That's
So
interesting. Instead of one ray per pixel, you're now capturing a lot of different rays for that very same pixel.
Right, they're independent rays showing how the light came in from all different angles at that pixel.
Now, what's the complexity of the mathematics then is to resolve that?
Well, it turns out that to resolve that, to take these individual little pieces of an image and put them together into one large image from any arbitrary view with any arbitrary focus, it turns out that texture mapping hardware is exactly what you need to do that is just the right approach. And so using NVIDIA chips is just a perfect way to go. We've been able to get speed-ups over CPU algorithm about 500 times.
Wow, that's unbelievable. So if I were to take one picture then of a planoptic lens with all those micro lenses, and I wanted to turn that what we saw earlier, maybe we could change now.
Yeah, we can change
to what Todor has on his workstation here.
Right. So what you're seeing here is the image, the raw image that the sensor captured from a micro lens array that's mounted behind the main lens of the camera. And if Todor zooms out, why don't you zoom out actually? Well, all right. If you zoom out, you'll see that you can kind of make out actually what this is. It's a photograph of a girl taking a picture in front of some blue thing. It's hard to see exactly. If we zoom in, we'll see exactly what that raw data is. It's lots of tiny little pieces of image. And each one is from a slightly different vantage point. And together they comprise the whole image from all those different directions.
Now, suppose I wanted to use, I'll just use, and when you guys first started doing this research, you just ran it on a cluster of CPUs.
That's right.
Right, because at the time, a programmable GPU wasn't really available yet.
Right.
And so if I were to just take this image and I wanted to figure out a way to now distill out a photograph, what would it take?
Well, with our earliest algorithms, it was about an hour to do it. Then we were able to improve the algorithms, and then it was more like a minute or so. But now, in 120 hertz, we can be producing these views.
No kidding. Well, Todor, show it to us.
All right. So
this is a dump of basically the sensor.
That's right. That's just the raw sensor image. And here now is the image put back together again. Now you can see this is like the photos I took in Thailand that unfortunately the image is focused on the wrong thing. But the beauty is that with computation, we can now refocus in real time on anything at all. So we can pull the girl into focus.
David, that's magic.
This is one of the most common problems that people have with photographs is they're unhappy with the focus. There's nothing that they can do about it.
So I could literally refocus it on wherever I want to refocus it on. Well, I guess, with some limits. So now you're focusing it on the branches on the tree.
That's right. And now it's going all the way toward the girl, and you can go all the way back again toward those are beehives there, and put those in focus.
That's unbelievable.
All those different levels.
Now, of course, this is just one demonstration of the capability of planoptic lens coupled with a massive amount of image processing that comes along with parallel computing. But there's all kinds of algorithms you guys could invent in the future that takes advantage of having captured the radiance of the entire scene.
Yes, exactly. So we'll be able to do things like high dynamic range. We'll be able to do things like, if there's motion in the scene, being able to get rid of some of the motion blur, or if there's motion in the camera, getting rid of the motion blur there. If you do this in video, obviously, it opens whole new possibilities for cinematographers to be able to be creative after the fact.
So well, speaking of,
because we're capturing the radiance, the four-dimensional radiance, or four-dimensional planoptic function, or light field, these are different terms, but because we're capturing this huge amount of data, we have huge amount of power, and those include many different modalities, not just 3D, not just refocusing, not just lens correction, HDR, and many others also. So
what's interesting is that so far, digital photography has been really just about digitizing what used to be an analog process.
That's right.
And even with the current state of technology, once you've digitized it, you could still use Photoshop and all kinds of interesting algorithms to enhance
That's
and
right.
clean up
The
that image.
digitization is